It's so dark. You guys can see the axolotl. Oh my gosh, the other part of the room exists. Okay, let me make sure you can hear me, because I'm not sure about that. But my other setup wasn't working, so we're just dealing with what we got right now. I hope it, of course. So let me know if you can hear me. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I hope you can hear me. Don't mind all the chaos in the background, like the axolotl and such. But oh my gosh, you guys, today was so crazy. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, well I guess that's working enough. Okay, so yeah, don't mind what's going on behind me, because that's I'm moving stuff around to sort out my setup, right? Like YouTubers do or whatever. Let me just pretend for a minute like I'm a pro over here. Hi. Okay. So I got something crazy to share with you guys. I was gonna make it a video, but I want to talk about it now because it's crazy. Okay. Today was just like a really special day. It was really an impactful day. Like it was really wild. So for those of you who don't know, 2 of my uncles were drafted over 60 years ago at the age of 18 by the U.S. military and sent across the seas to fight in a war that they had no place being in, right? So since the U.S. and Americans largely disagreed with the Vietnam War and all these things that happened, they didn't get a welcome home flight, which is crazy to me. So 60 years later, today, we were able to give my uncle his welcome home flight. And it was amazing. And it was just it was wild. It was wild. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I so appreciate it. So yeah, 60 years ago, 2 of my uncles were drafted. And I don't normally talk about these things. Like, I have much pride in my family. You guys know that. I have so much Irish pride in my family. And I have pride in everything that they do. But we're not one of those strong military families. Like, we have people in the military, don't get me wrong, obviously. Hi, thanks for joining me. And yeah, so we have some people in the military, and I love that. I love that about this family. And then I have, you guys know, a couple officers in the family. So it is what it is, right? And I back the blue, and I appreciate all that my cousins do. And they slay, by the way. They're just really good people. Okay. So how crazy is this, right? Like 60 years ago, 2 of my uncles were drafted, and one today was honored with a Purple Heart. Oh my gosh, you guys. So first of all, like I said, it's like you wouldn't be able to tell that we have a lot of military in our family. You wouldn't even be able to tell because they just don't come off as so strict or so whatever, right? However you may perceive a military person, it's just like they're a big Irish family. And people normally don't think much more about it. But no, we're not just Irish. We freaking serve, right? And we serve it up high, y'all. But it was so incredible. It was such an incredible moment. So my one uncle was wounded in battle, right? Just imagine, first of all, being 18 years old, drafted, taken from everyone your family, your comfort, anything that was ever what you knew is now gone. That just blows my mind. And they were thrown overseas, right? So, and as I stated before, because the U.S. and the public largely didn't agree with this, they didn't get a welcome home flight. So if you guys are new here, thank you so much for joining me. What's up, turds, nerds, freaks, and geeks, and all that's in between? It's me, your girl, Daisy Dame. Welcome back to my channel. I'm genuinely blessed to have you here. I know that so many of you have military in your family too, so I know how proud you are and how amazed you are, right? I am. I'm still in tears, you guys. It was the most beautiful thing. So, yeah, he was wounded in battle, and it was to the head, and we're so blessed that he's here today. We're so blessed. Yes, please do. Thank you. Oh my gosh, you guys, that would be so amazing. But so yeah, he was wounded in battle, and we're just so blessed that he's still here with us. And that's why he's receiving the Purple Heart. Because I was like, wait, why is my one uncle getting the Purple Heart, but not my other uncle? Because they were both drafted. Why don't they both get the Purple Heart? Well, because one was wounded in battle and the other one wasn't, right? So, yeah. So what they did was they took them and they took them to Washington, D.C., and they gave them the Purple Hearts. Like, they did a ceremony. It's just so beautiful. It's like so amazing. So incredible. Okay, so then they fly them back to us. But these people, they didn't know. They didn't know that their family was there waiting for them. You guys, when I tell you I have a big Irish family, you have no idea. My family filled up half that room. Over 60 people were there to scream and welcome him home. And it was like just so beautiful, just so epic. And I really wish I would have dressed in my vintage dress, but I didn't want to upset anybody or trigger anybody or anything. You know what I mean? That's a joke. But listen, so it was just a really amazing moment. Like, to be able to be a part of that in 2023 and to know that, like, they didn't get that before. They didn't get the treatment that they should have gotten, that they so rightfully deserved. Because it's not them, that did anything wrong. They just were serving their country. They were drafted. They did what they were meant to do. They did their duty for their country. And when they came home, it was nothing for them. Could you imagine? Could you imagine, like, literally serving your country and then not getting the welcome home flight? So, you guys, let me tell you, the first man that came out, when he realized it, you could see it in their face. It hit him. Oh my gosh, we're getting a welcome home flight. And the crowd just started cheering. And that's not even the most beautiful. I mean, it is the most beautiful moment, but hold on, okay? Oh my gosh. So before they even came out, there was this random group that was on a flight of singers. And they just sang a few very, like, of course, pro-USA songs. And I was like, oh my gosh, you guys. And they were just a random group of singers. Like, it wasn't planned. It wasn't, like, organized. They just came and did this for these people. So, yeah, I'm still pretty emotional. And it was just so sweet. It was like, wow. And everybody was going, USA, USA. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I could feel the vibes. Everybody was so happy. Okay, so the people start coming out. The first guy realizes it. He's like, oh, we're getting our welcome home. The second guy is just bawling his eyes out, you guys. The first 6 or so were in wheelchairs. And they were just losing it. And I was losing it because I'm like, look, they get it, right? So all the witches come by and people are realizing it and the families are screaming and it gets a little bit quiet, right? But then my uncle walks out. And I love my family so much because that room shooketh. Okay, if you haven't hit the like yet, please do. But that room shooketh with Irish fury. I kid you not. Like, everybody was screaming their hearts out. They were like, yes, oh my goodness. And I said, we're here for you. We're here for you. We're here. Like, welcome home. And I just couldn't imagine. Like, imagine if one person in that room didn't have somebody there for them. Like, I just couldn't imagine that, right? So we're screaming for everybody. We scream for my uncle. He realizes what's going on. He sees his family's there. And my cousin, his son, the cop, is bawling his eyes out. And I'm bawling my eyes out because that man don't cry, okay? That man don't cry. He's the toughest man I ever to see in my life. He tells me to call him Jehoshaphat because he's just a funny, good dude, right? So I'm crying, he's crying, his wife in the suit is crying because they're all police officers, right? So it's like just a really beautiful moment. And my cousin comes out behind my uncle because he's like the eldest of the 4 boys, right? So he's helping him. And I just never seen so much love and like joy and excitement on his face. Like, he was so proud in that moment. And it was just like a beautiful experience to be a part of, like to have that happen. And I was wondering, did this happen like all over? Yes, it did. It wasn't just here, obviously. It was at many airports all across the country. Welcome their soldiers home today. And I can't wait to make you guys the video so you can see their faces because they deserve this. They deserve this and so much more. I know, don't cry. It's okay. But just I didn't know that it was a surprise. First of all, I didn't know that they didn't know that we were there. I thought they knew. So we had like made signs. We had done all this, right? I know. I feel you, man. I feel that. So we had made the signs. We had done all this, and he realized. And he's like, the first thing he gives all of our like immediate family that's right there. He gives us a hug, and I'm like squeezing him so tight, and I say, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. And they're just so excited. And he's literally shaking. And everybody's just giving him hugs as he's walking down. And I just never seen something so patriotic. And people try to act like U.S. is so bad, or like, no, there's genuine people out here who love our country and who are serving our country and doing what's right by our country and saving our country for people like us who get to be so lucky to be comfy in our homes, to be so lucky that we didn't get drafted at 18 to go serve our country. You know, I just feel really, really blessed. It was a really magical moment. The only thing I do regret is not dressing in my 50s dress. I feel like that would have been amazing. Like, just to really set the tone, but I didn't want to like go too far. But yeah, so I have so many like little videos and pictures. I'll show you guys a picture of his face. His name is Patrick, and I'm not gonna like, sit here and dox my family and like give out all the names and stuff. That's the only reason why I didn't stream it, because I really wanted to stream it. It was so amazing. And again, you can just see on his face, they waited 60 years for this, you guys. 60 years. And my family, oh my gosh, I'm just so blessed. I'm so blessed. I'm so lucky to have a family that's so strong and connected and caring and loving, and that teach one another. This is what matters most. And I do have videos of those people singing randomly. And it was so funny because my aunt was like, I think they just did that. Like, I think that was just random. And I was like, I think they would have planned it. And they were like, no, it was random. And I was like, there's no way that people are just around here doing random acts of kindness. Like, we hardly see that these days, right? Oh, we saw it. Oh, we saw it. And to see him searching for his wife was just so beautiful. I'm trying to find the picture. But you could see it. You could see it. They understood. I'll show you. He's just so proud. They're just so proud. Look at. Okay, there you go. So proud. Oh my gosh. Right? Exactly. So, listen, my two uncles who were drafted are clearly not the only ones. So, yeah, you know what I mean? That are military. Like, I don't know. It's like I think my family just, people wouldn't expect that. Or like, we don't come off as like, oh, military, like, whatever. It's so amazing though, you guys. Like, what an experience. Just to be there, just to be a part of it. It was really something else. My nose is literally still running. I should have brought a tissue. I'm sorry. Hold on one second. But okay, let me show you this picture. So yeah, more than half these people are my family. Like right there. That's all my family. Like right there. Like more than half those people. So yeah, we filled up the room. Let me grab my tissue real quick. But we filled that room up. So yeah, like I said, I'm just still doing stuff with this room. We're redecorating. So, but what a beautiful experience, just to be able to be a part of it, just to see it happen. And about time, like, you know what I mean? I think that this was such an amazing thing, such a beautiful honor. And he's a good man. This person, I'm not just saying it because he's my uncle. I'm saying it because he's a good man. Like, he really is. I mean, all my uncles are, but my Uncle Patty especially, to just to walk through life so gracefully and kind to anyone they've ever encountered, even after all they've been through. It's amazing. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. And honestly, like, I thank God every day that I have the family that I do, that I was born into this family, because it's perfect for me. I love this big Irish family, and I love the love for one another, and I love the support for one another. It's definitely the type of family that just doesn't, we don't give up on one another. We don't walk away from one another. We show support, we show love, we show care. And I cannot wait, like I said, to show you guys like the video, all the clips I got, because I had been recording all day. I started this morning just like as a vlog, being like, hey guys, this is what's going on today. I'm so excited. I'm so nervous. Like, I knew it was like we got to be there for a bit, but I didn't realize that we got to actually see him and get out and like be in the airport and everything. And you could really see it wasn't just our family, but the love and appreciation for these people. It's awesome. It's like it's so rare. It's like a diamond in the rough. You hardly see these things these days. So when you do, it's like catching lightning in a bottle. You got to capture that moment, and just so magical. And it's so funny. Because again, my cousin's like, why aren't you wearing your elf ears? Like, we expected you to show up as your usual self. And I'm like, listen, I know, okay? But I got told to change twice. That's a joke. Sometimes I do get told to go change because my outfits are fun. But no, not today. I had went out to Niagara Falls earlier today, yeah, to celebrate Father's Day for me, and happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there who are fathers doing the father thing. I appreciate you. You're amazing. Keep being there. That's what really matters. Being there, showing up, giving that support. Now more than ever, I promise you, it's needed. Like now more than ever, dads are needed. So yes, much love to the dads who are dads who dad. Okay, genuinely, and much love to all the veterans who are veterans who are veterans. And how is it that it took 60 years to give these men the recognition they deserve? How is it? You know, what matters most is that they were here. You know, they were here to receive such an honor. That Purple Heart, it's a really, it's just such a magical, amazing thing. And I feel like I don't share personal stories enough about, like, my amazing family, or just the incredible things that they do, or the incredible things that they've been through. And who knows? Obviously, maybe I need to start. Maybe I need to start. Okay, maybe I need to start sharing more of that. Okay, maybe I need to like just be more appreciative. Because I am so appreciative, and I don't want them to think that any less that I'm not, because I'm so proud. Yeah, history is real. Exactly, that happened. It's so wild to me just to think that they were drafted like this, and 18 years old. Imagine that. Imagine, 18 years old being taken from everything you knew. Hi, thank you so much for joining me. Oh, you guys are so amazing. Please do hit the like. Yeah, I couldn't wait. Like, I am still going to make the vlog and the video that I spent all day creating and making for you guys. I really wanted you to be a part of this moment with me. That was one of the big things. I was like, you have to see this. Like, this is such a moment in time. Like, this is such an experience. This is such, it's important. And I appreciate you too, Tony. I love that. I love that. For real. I just have so much respect. I really do. And I know, again, like I said, maybe I don't come off as it all the time, or like maybe my family doesn't, because we're a big Irish family. And I always talk about how Irish we are and not how military or officers or like police focused we are. But no, my family is incredible. They hold a lot of high places. Like, I just don't want to seem like I'm bragging or braggadocious about it. I am bragging because my family is worth bragging about. But I don't want to, come off like I'm doing this all the time. I just want to show love, right? Especially now. I really can't wait for you guys to see it. Right, exactly. It was just so incredible. And to see everybody else's faces there and the other families, it's so magical, so magical. Like their excitement, and everybody just the excitement building, and everybody was waiting for them to arrive. And knowing they arrived, and we were told like 3 times, oh, it's gonna be 10 more minutes, oh, it's gonna be 20 more minutes. And we were like, oh my gosh. But then it got moved up, the time got moved up. So we were like, okay, now they're here. And again, they had the bagpipes come in first, and that was amazing because I love bagpipes. They hit my soul, my Irish soul. And I know people will be like, Daisy, that's Scottish, blah, blah, blah. It's also Irish, calm down. Okay? So the bagpipes come first. And I'm like, this is it. This is the moment. And my whole family's like, she works with cameras. Let her up front. So everybody pushes me to the front. So I'm literally front row, okay, recording this going down. And the whole bagpipes, like, I'm crying because I love bagpipes, okay? And then I see the soldiers, and I'm crying even harder because I'm like, this is such a crazy thing. And then, again, like I stated, the first soldier was like just so beaming. The smile could not have gotten bigger. Like, I've never seen bigger smiles ever in my life. And then the second was just weeping and weeping. And I can't wait till you see those videos. They're just incredible moments. I don't know. Like, how does this feel like somehow it's finally come full circle for these people, right? Like, yeah, yeah. I really thought that maybe he might not see this day, right? Like, or he might not be honored properly, but he surely was. And I'm so proud of my family, and I'm so proud of my cousins for making us all aware of this. because if it wasn't for my cousins, I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have even known this was happening. How crazy is this, right? That my my uncle's being honored with a Purple Heart, and we wouldn't have known had not been for my cousin being like, "Hey, we all have to be here for this. You better show up." And I was like, of course I'll show up. So again, definitely there was over 60 of us in my family there representing. So amazing. You guys are so awesome. Thank you so much for being here and just being you. And just know that you're appreciated too, okay? And I hope that one day you're celebrated like that. One day, your hard work is appreciated like that because you deserve that too. And yeah, just an incredible moment, an incredible experience. And I just feel really blessed. I feel very lucky. And it was so beautiful. I'm not even sure like what else to say. And I was so just in awe, right? Just so in awe. The amount of people that showed up for these people. I mean, like I said, there was over 60 of us. And then the other families, there was a bunch of them too. So just an incredible experience. So if any of you have a loved one who has a Purple Heart or has been through something where they were drafted or anything, please do let me know down below. I love hearing about your experiences and your life stories. And as long as it's not like TMI for you, like go off. Tell me about it in the comments, okay? And if you haven't subscribed yet, I really hope that you will. We talk about so much cool and interesting stuff. Normally, my setup is a lot neater and the audio is a lot better, and so is the picture. But we're working with what I got because that was the most important thing to me today was I had to be there. It didn't matter what else I was doing. I was like, I have to be there. These rude motorcyclists, like when I'm streaming. Stop it. I'm just teasing. Yeah, I just feel really blessed. And all my uncles are incredible people. And I don't know, I know that a lot of you have military families or Irish families or, your own version of how your family succeeded and how amazing that is. It was incredible. Their faces. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that moment. And I hope that he won't either. I really hope that they won't either. I'm trying to think of anything else. Let me actually look real quick. But yeah, so they got to go to Washington. They got to be honored and get their medals there in the Purple Heart and everything. And then they were brought back, and we got to do the welcome home. And it was amazing because my cousins, obviously, all of those guys were there. They brought their dog Rita. I love Rita. Rita is a pit, and it's funny because seeing Rita walk around, people are gonna think, "Oh my gosh, that's a wild dog, right? Like that dog might be rowdy." No, Rita's the sweetest dog ever. So she looks like a baddie, but she's actually like the sweetest thing. Okay, yeah, bagpipes were great. Seeing everybody walk out was great. I could see that like some of the workers there were like kind of over it. They were like, "Why is everybody here?" Here's the signs that like the little ones made. So cute. Just more video and such of people. Amen. And I think about that. I think about, the family that wasn't here to see this and how they were there. They were there in spirit and they were there. And I know my aunt was there too and she's proud. Look at these big flags. And just to hear such pride for our country, like it's nice. It feels like it's a little rare these days. So I really appreciate when people take pride in where they're from and their country and their home and the people that served, right? We should. We should be appreciative, but it's so often that we take these things for granted. And a lot of people don't even think twice about it. And no, Finley, you're not interrupting this time. You can hear the cat. He's so cute. Usually I would open the door and let him in and give him a pet, but not tonight. He's not stealing the spotlight tonight. It's about my uncle, Finny. Okay, guys. I'll like I said, put it all together tomorrow. Well, tonight and tomorrow, and then put it out tomorrow so you guys can see how the whole day unfolded, what I was doing around the day, like around what time. So you can see the looks on their faces. It's honestly something you're not gonna want to miss. And I really couldn't fathom being 18, ripped away from all I knew, everyone I cared for, everything that made me feel safe, and forced to grow up real quick because they left boys and they came back men, and that's just the truth. Changed him forever. I wouldn't change it for the world though. Like for real, I feel so fortunate to have a big Irish family. But like I said, if there's not too TMI, do let me know in the comments down below. Can you relate? Did you have a loved one go through this? Did anyone else show up at an airport today waiting for the loved one to come back? Did you experience this? If so, tell me how it went. Show me pictures. I want to know every little detail. If you haven't subbed already, please do. Always take care of yourselves and your families first. Make sure to stay awake, stay well. And thank you guys for hanging out with me, giving me a chance. I'm sorry that I'm still like choked up and like snotty. I'm sure this is like a really great first impression. But I hope that you guys will chill with me and give me a chance. And yeah, stick around for a bit because I know I'll have other content that you may quite enjoy. Okay? And other than that, just maybe, I don't know. All I can say is pay it forward. Okay? Do a kind deed for the sake of doing a kind deed without any expectation. Make someone smile for the sake of making someone smile without any expectation. Just do something good for yourself, even if that's what you choose, right? Finny has given up. All right, but I have been feeling a bit better. Thank you guys for those of you who've been asking. I know I still sound a little bit rough, but I promise you it's just because I was choked up. And I apologize. I know it's not the most pleasant thing. Let me just double check in case I missed anything. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Yeah, amen. Oh, it's so nice. Yeah, okay, do take care of yourselves. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Try it out, okay? Just try it out. You might like it. Who knows? You might actually want to hang out. Okay. Thank you, Frank, for hanging out and chilling with me and sending your peeps over because it really means a lot. And sorry that I'm shaking this. But yes, very fortunate, very beautiful, very magical day. Magic is real in moments like that. Okay, not the bad kind with the K at the end, but the like loving, heartful magic. Thank you guys. And yeah, just drink water. Be good. And I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.